It is all over at Le Golf National. There is another medal for Team GB, but Tommy Fleetwood has a rueful look on his face. Geraint Hughes.
Yeah, he has a rueful look, but I think the mere fact that he just sunk that putt on the 18th to ensure he's got the silver medal. Tommy Fleetwood is the Olympic men's silver medalist in the golf here. The most extraordinary final round, full of nerves. You think these guys, top professionals, the pressure doesn't get to them. Maybe the Olympics doesn't matter. It did today because nerves played a part on this final round. Jon Rahm bogeying the 17th and the 18th. Tommy Fleetwood, as you say there, rueful because of a shot on the 17th where he dropped a shot. The gold medal winner, better bring you that news, Scottie Scheffler of the USA, the Masters winner from this year. He is the gold medalist. He was going through his own nervous retreat when Tommy Fleetwood was on the 18th. He had gone to the practice to the practice park to get himself ready in case it went to a sudden death playoff. In case Tommy Fleetwood birdied the 18th and brought it back to 1900 under for both of them, and he would have to go to a sudden death playoff. There's a lovely shot where he doesn't realise that he has got the gold medal, and either his caddy or somebody from Team USA, I think, actually went up to him and said, "You got the gold," and this smile erupted on Scottie Scheffler. So great news for him. Celebration sure for Team USA there. Rueful, yes, for Tommy Fleetwood, but he is an Olympic silver medalist, and there will be somebody in his family who will be extremely pleased as well. Before he began his round here at Le Golf National on Wednesday, when Tommy Fleetwood spoke to us on Sky Sports News, he was just loving the fact that he was part of the Olympics. He was just one of 327 Olympians, but his 6-year-old son had no idea that his dad was an Olympian. Well, his dad is an Olympian, and his dad's going to be coming home with an Olympic silver medal round his neck. We do hope Tommy's obviously got to do the formalities now of signing his card and doing a few things he has to do on the course. But we're hoping within the next hour or so is that we'll be able to speak to Tommy Fleetwood about this up and down, turbulent final round, extraordinary battle. Scottie Scheffler takes the gold. Tommy Fleetwood, the silver. Hideki Matsuyama of Japan, the bronze. Extraordinary final round here at Le Golf National.
Just to stick with you, Geraint, and maybe pick up on a point you made there about some of golf's biggest names being involved in the final day. There were a few question marks, I think, when golf came back into the Olympics in Rio 8 years ago about how the big boys would respond to it, how seriously they'd take it. But I think today is another reflection that this is something that golf's biggest players want to win.
8 years ago, I was pretty much in the exact same position in Rio. Outside the course there that was designed and built specifically for the Rio 2016 Olympics. That evening, Justin Rose came out with the gold medal around his neck. But there were half dozen of the world's top 12. This time round, 10 of the world's top 12. And it would have been 12, but the USA could only have 4 here. That's why the entire top dozen or so weren't here. But it was a stacked field going from the off on Thursday on the 4 rounds, and it was a pretty stacked final round here as well. You know, Jon Rahm, if we go back an hour and a half, couple of hours, I would have said Jon Rahm's going to win the gold medal. But somehow he's dropped away. Obviously, those bogeys for him on 17 and 18. His face looked like absolute thunder when he picked up the ball out of the hole on the 18th there. That he's really dropped away to 15 under in the end. No medal at all. But just the names there with, you know, Jean de Chauffelet's in the mix. Rory McIlroy was in the mix as well. He'd only just dropped off in the last few holes. All the big guns were there. And I think the feeling was, I mentioned the nerves, didn't I, Rob? You could visibly see it. Tommy Fleetwood is normally one of the, I'm not sure this is quite the right phrase, he's normally one of the smiliest people out there. But even him, 16, 17, 18, that had gone from Tommy. It was focused. It was the nerves were getting to him. I've got to concentrate. There was no smile. Obviously, rueful. I think you're quite right with that phrase on the 17th, dropping that shot on the 18th, which dropped him from 19 under to 18 under. And that is how Scottie Scheffler was able just to go away onto the practice ground, just gather his thoughts, get ready in case there was a sudden death, and then find out from a member of Team USA that he had become the men's Olympic champion. Extraordinary round. And it's absolutely rammed here. absolutely rammed, and the cheers all over the place that you get with the echoes at golf courses when they come up to the cauldron of the 18th as well. Absolutely superb. The weather's been kind as well. So all in all, a fantastic culmination to the final round here of the men's Olympic tournament, and it was topsy-turvy with the big guns fighting it out.
Geraint, thank you very much for the moments. Just to wrap things up as to where we stand today, 4 medals for Team GB. We've just touched on that silver for Tommy Fleetwood, silver for Amber Rutter in the women's skeet shooting as well, and a pair of bronzes too for Harry Hepworth, his first in the Olympics, in the gymnastics men's vault final, and for Lottie Fry in the individual dressage competition as well.